Yo, fellas, what up, though? This video is for y'all. Hey, your credit score took a nosedive because the credit bureau decided they wanted to add child support to your credit report? I'm about to show y'all what to do if this happened to you. First and foremost, I want to say this is not legal advice. This is just me giving y'all some sauce. And secondly, I want to point out that this is in no way, shape, or form for y'all deadbeat dads to not pay child support. All right, so let's get into it. First and foremost, reporting child support on a credit report is illegal itself. And if you don't know the law, you're going to be a victim every time. If you literally could probably get about 100 points just by correcting all the errors and stuff that's on there in the first place. But like I said, they banking on you not knowing what's going on, and they going to violate you every time. I'm actually going to explain how you can sue the credit bureaus for this inaccurate information. I'm going to put this play together. I'm going to give it to you two ways. I'm going to give it to you where you can just dispute, get it off. I'm going to give it to you a way where you can set them up for litigation. What I mean by litigation, that means take their ass to small claims court because you can sue up to $10,000 and win for defamation. Them credit bureaus getting sued all day, but they taking their chances that y'all not going to pursue it that far, and they just going to keep on violating. So one, the first thing you need to do is write a letter to the child support office. And in that letter, you're just going to ask them a simple question. Do you report child support payments and or balances to the credit bureaus? They're going to respond back in letter form telling you that they do not respond or send anything to the credit bureau. That means that the credit bureaus purposely went out and seeked information on you so they can report it on your credit report. So that itself is a violation. You got a right to privacy. So when you get that letter back from that child support office saying that they don't furnish that information to the credit bureaus, what you're going to do is you're going to draft up a letter and you're going to write each credit bureau, TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, and you're going to write a letter. And this letter is going to be cutthroat. This is the cutthroat version. So you're going to write up a letter, and the letter is basically going to say you are inaccurately and falsely reporting information on my credit report that shouldn't be. Please delete this information off of my credit report. I have attached a letter from the child support office stating that they do not give out this information to anyone. So this information is a defamation of character, and my next course of action is going to be litigation. So basically what you're doing is you going in on 10, letting them know that you know they lying, this is false, even if it is true, but they not allowed to legally put that information on your credit report without your consent. So you letting them know that they violated your rights and you know it. And if they don't do something about it right now, remove it, you're going to take them to court. So that alone should be enough ammunition for the credit bureaus to back off and delete that shit off your credit report. Now, on the flip side, if you like, you know what? I'm about to sue their ass. I'm about to see if I can get, 10 bands or less out of them. You gotta actually build up a case against them. So if you're going to do that, you're still going to take the same course of action, meaning send a letter to the child support office, get that letter that comes back stating that they don't report the information. Now, this time, when you send the information to the credit bureaus, don't threaten them on this one. Don't give them the documentation that shows that child support sent you some information back. On this one, you just write them a letter. Basically, it's like a debt validation letter. You're just going to send them a basic letter saying, hey, I pulled my credit report. I'm showing on here child support, and this information is false information, wrong information, and inaccurate information. And don't forget this part. And I want you to remove this off my credit report immediately. Now, if they don't send or if they don't delete that information off your credit report, don't stop then. Send them another letter, because what they gonna do is probably they're gonna say this information is true. We got validation. So your next letter is you're gonna send them a letter saying Who did you get this information from? Because from my understanding, you have to go to the source, which would be child support, and they don't give out that kind of information. So where did you get this information from? So at that point, they should still be trying to delete that information off your credit report. If they're not trying to delete it off your credit report, don't worry about it. You building up to a case. So now you can send out a third letter if you want to even take it that far. You can send a third letter, and this one attach the information on there that you sent to the child support office, showing that they don't furnish that information to anybody. So how did you get it, and you putting it on your credit report without your consent, without legal consent? So at that particular point, you got them in the bag now. The problem is, like I said, most people don't want to take it that far, or y'all don't know to take it that far. And the credit bureaus is banking on y'all to be uneducated, misinformed, and they know that you're not going to take it that far. Take that shit to small claims court and sue them. Sue them for that information. You already got your case built up because you sent this information off 2 months ago. Then you sent the credit bureau's information telling them that it's fake, telling them that they shouldn't be on your credit report, and they still giving you the runaround. Now you can actually sue them for defamation of character, plus they hurting your credit worthiness with other things. You know, child support, man, that stuff can, man, you can get your license suspended. You can't get passports. You can't leave out the country. You can't leave out the state, depending on what state you are, if you owe back child support. So child support, man, really is a hindrance when it's on your credit report showing negatively. So I advise y'all fellas, man, don't just let them stick it to you. Don't just let them put that shit on your credit report without you fighting it. You know what I'm saying? And I actually say go and sue their ass, man. Because on top of the child support, you might get 10 bands, 10 racks. And if you got back taxes or back payment on your child support, 5,000-6,000, use that 10 grand, man, and pay that shit off. If something like this is affecting your credit score negatively, the child support payments, collections, charge-offs, anything negative on your credit report, and you need resolution, jump in my DM, send me a message, write a comment on this video, and I'll reach out to you so we can show you how to get remedy.